Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. All right, well, Nick Collier here again, and today we start on a project for me. I kind of have about a half a day free here, and I get to play with my stuff, and we're going to get started on this pattern torch, hooking up the plasma cutter to the pattern torch. So if you look and see, we've kind of got the pattern torch, or the plasma gun. Let me bring this up a little bit. Not in the water, Nick. All right, we're gonna swing this around. There we go. Now, so I'm going to set this gun up right next to the to the torch. So the gun will do anything under a 1/4 inch, and the torch will do anything over a 1/4 inch. And so what I want to do is just kind of get it right about right there. So what I need is 2 clamps, one here and one about here. That'll give me enough room to clamp this and put it vertical and so on. So we're going to mess with that over there. We're going to do a quick layout. And I do have to say it's nice to once in a while do something just for the hell of it, and to be able to use my tools to do something that's kind of fun. Not that the other projects aren't fun, but you know, sometimes they get a little stressful because the customer wants it a specific way, whereas this, I'm the customer and I want it the way I want it, which is loose as a goose and however it comes out. So let's rotate you around here. We've got a quick sketch of the 2 torch heads and the 2 clamps that are going to go in between it. Now what I realize is that the torch head has a kind of a tractor pin that goes all the way up and has threads on it so that you can kind of adjust the head up and down, and which means that we have to have a little bit more room on this part right here, from here to here. So I'm thinking 3/4 of an inch. So if we're going to add 3/4 of an inch, and we're already at 4 inches, so we're now at 4 3/4. I think that's going to be what we want. Okay. Now, let's swing back over to the dicum. There we go. And we have this edge and this edge squared up to each other, so it's going to be easier to work. And we are looking at 4 3/4 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a half. Okay, so, well, let's just go to 4 3/4. We can just kind of wing that. And our edge doesn't go all that way. All right, so we're going to have to just approach this from another angle. No problem. Okay, come on out. There's 4 3/4. Make our scribe here, and our scribe here, and put a line in between. There we go. All right, so that's 4 3/4, and then our width is 2 1/2 inches. So 2 1/2 would be right to there. And then I think what I want to do, rather than work with this line, is create a space and cut a little bit further down, like that. Sounds like my wife's coming. Yes, honey.
Cheryl from Hydraulics.
Okay. Hello. All right, we're back. Company, about 100 miles from here, I ordered some motors from them, and luckily they had the motors. They were hydraulic motors, and whoever put them in the boxes just totally screwed up. And I ordered 3 motors. That's for the drill rig, and it's the last thing. And so I get the 3 boxes with the 3 motors in them, and one motor is completely missing, and the box is torn open, and the second motor is halfway hanging out of the box, and the third motor actually made it without any problem. So we're running around trying to come up with another motor and figure out what happened. Well, we know what happened. Whoever boxed those things totally screwed up. So, we're back to this. We're not going to let some motor BS get us all flustered and messed up. We'll do that tomorrow. Today, we get to have fun. So, we have 2 blocks, 4 3/4 by 2.5. Now, what I want to do is find center. Yep. And we don't have to find exact center because the mill is going to do all of the center finding. So with 2.5, it's be 1 1/4 right to there, and this is 1 1/4. Halfway. Halfway. Nice. Can you see those lines? You can. Okay, so now we want a good 1/2 inch out on this edge because of that tractor gear. So we're going to put a 1/2 inch in. Is that going to give us enough room? Let me go measure that tractor gear. Yeah, it's under 1/4 inch. So that means it'll leave us with a 1/4 inch of material. That's plenty. We're not like, holding up a train or anything here. We're just clamping 2 fairly light pieces of material together. So 1/2 inch there, and that hangs out beyond that. So we're going to come this way. 1/2 inch. All right, so because this is an old piece of shit blade, and I'm too cheap to put a new blade in there just to screw it up again. So I save my blades for paying jobs. So we're using a used blade. So we're going to give ourselves a good 1/8 of an inch for the blade to wander around. And like that, it's already wandering. You see that? It grabbed it and pulled it back. I'm going to give it just a little bit more room. I mean, it's easy to pull that to square it up on the mill. All right, we got one more cut to make down the center there, and I think it's just not enough room to hang on to it here. So we're going to take it over to the hand or the table saw and cut it there. That's going to take a little longer, and it's not going to be as straight as that line, but I'll be able to get it. Okay, Nick Collier here. It's Sunday. I get to work on the things I want to work on, and what I'm working on today is we're continuing with the process of adapting the plasma cutter to my pattern torch. So we've got to make the bracket, and we'll just get started, and hey, let's get moving on. And I can't remember if I filmed it or not, but I squared up the outside edges of these two pieces of aluminum and kind of laid out approximately what I want to do with it. And actually I'm going to start with the other one because this has got the small version to it. There we go. So we want to find center, and I'm going to find fairly close to exact center. Let's do that by bringing our center finder down. Well, here's one bigger, but boy, it has got a really bad edge on it. I don't think it's gonna work. Now I could go resharpen it, but I'm not sure I want to. Alright, well that's what we've got, a 1-inch hole, and we need to go to 1/300. So I guess we're boring it out to the rest of the way. It is aluminum. We could do it reasonably quickly. Okay, let's just do it. We'll be back. So we got about 200 more thousandths to do. So let's come out. Nope, the other way. I'm thinking that's about 40 thousandths. Let's go a little bit more. We could actually go a little more. That looks good. Now, what we're going to do, because we're not centered this way, is I'm going to move the table this way and kind of kiss that inside edge. And each time I do it, I'm going to move the table a little bit until we get more centered. I don't know how I got off center, but I did. Leave it to me. Okay, so all three of these were cut at 1/380, and this one is the bottom for the plasma, and it's just a little bit smaller by 10 thousandths. So we're going to cut that at 1/68. So let's come over there first. an 880. And then bring this back. But I'm going to bring it back to like 65. So there's 80, there's 70, there's 65. And we're going to cut it there and then come back up to where we want to be. Just score the top edge there. Take a measurement. God, that is 68 on the money. All right, let's do it. Okay, so we've got our holes cut. Next thing we need to do is come in and put bolt holes down the middle of this, or down the sides of this, like right in that general area. And one here. Too much oil. So, time to flip this thing and figure out where to put the bolt holes. We'll set this up and be right back. Alright, so we're gonna put our pointer in. These bolt holes don't have to be super accurate. So we can just kind of, now I set my center up and then I punched, did a little center punch. And we'll come in and drop that thing right in the center. A little bit more. Okay. Get a good start going. Oh, that's not going to work. There we go. That's a decent start. We'll get a little bit better. There we go. Now we have to go find some bolts that are going to reach down. Oh, I don't know, what is that, 2 inches or so? I'd say 2 inches. So let me go see if I can find some bolts. All right, well, we found a 1024 2-inch bolt that's going to work just about perfect. We only found one, so we have to go into town and get 3 more. Well, actually, 7 more. So, but we can drill and tap the holes, and that shouldn't be a problem. So we're going to drill the holes.